Hey, real quick, shout out to all my Cameroonian viewers out there. Alright, Arcane Odyssey. I've only heard good things about this game. Some people have said it's the best RPG on Roblox. Some people say it's the only good game on Roblox. I wouldn't know, but today, I'm gonna find out. So, straight off the bat, the character creator looks pretty decent for Roblox standards. I'm not really feeling too creative on the character creator, so let's just go with something. I guess we'll go with that. Why is he so wide? Or is that always just how these character models have been? Not bad. I don't know why he doesn't have shoes on, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Maybe shoes aren't that important in this universe. Alright, here we go. Choose a magic. So the colors of the magic doesn't seem like it impacts the stats of it, but I could be wrong. I'm not too sure. Metal seems to do the most damage, but it looks like it's one of the slowest ones. Should I go with metal? Metal's kind of cool. I'd be like Tetsuo, the Iron Man. Oh, you get to choose your name. I forgot. I want to make a name that has never been made before. Alright, I've gone with Betzaida Blomkvist. Oh my god, I forgot I chose that phase. He looks so happy. What are you so happy about? Life isn't sunshine and rainbows, as if you couldn't tell. Take one of the rowboats. Okay. Am I stupid or something? Where's the rowboat? Oh, here? Oh, I can't use this one. Do I have to make a rowboat? Oh my god. What is that effect? So if I open my inventory while moving, it just makes my character spin? You know what? I hate that. Okay, this is the only rowboat I see, but I can't do anything with it. There's no way they want me to... Where is a rowboat at? Dock the rowboat that Morden gave you in order to travel relatively safely across the sea. Difficulty easy? I guess I'm just retarded. You know what? Real men don't use boats. They swim. You know, I don't think this is a good idea. I did not make it that far. I have to be missing something. Oh! Finally! I can't believe I missed that, dude. Holy shit. Alright, let's see how the combat feels. What the fuck? Okay, melee combat doesn't feel super good. Metal magic. Go metal magic. What the fuck? Energy is used by holding... Okay, so if I use up all of my energy, I can just... What the... No, what the... After getting traumatized by Blue Heater 2's lack of melee skills, I'm gonna go and do the magic stuff. So for the first time in a very, very long time, I'm gonna make a magic build. Is there a way to like lock the camera when I'm fighting or something? Like shift lock? Because I'm not gonna lie, just like doing this right here did not feel great. Did my character just like actually open the door with his hands? That's really nice attention to detail right there. Little things like that can go a long way, you know, so I just like to point that out. So pretty much those group of pirates have been kind of harassing this group of people for a while. I think there's like a base of operations or something, but I'm not really ready to kind of help with the big pirates, so I gotta go around and do these little side objectives. So pretty much it's mandatory side quests. I'm trying to think why I never got into this game. I think it's mainly the combat. The combat is just not something that I personally like. It feels pretty floaty, but maybe I could be wrong. Maybe if I unlock a couple more skills, it'll actually feel a bit more grounded and more impactful. But starting off, the combat, at least to me, doesn't really make a good first impression. All right, that's level 10. Wow, they gave me 2 levels? Why am I unable to open my character info if I'm rowing my boat? Is that like a hard-coded problem into the game or something? If I open my character info while I'm rowing, the whole game just explodes? That's kind of an inconvenience. I have to get up from my seat and level up. That's kind of weird. Wait, there's an actual cutscene? Dude, the pole is cugging my attacks. Is he immune to magic? I can't damage him. Is he just immune to metal magic? Maybe I'm not close enough to do damage to him? Oh, I'm not close enough. Okay. I thought he was immune to magic, dude. Alright, I'll be back in like a few hours or something, but for you guys, it'll be a quick transition. So here we go. Cool transition in 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm back with some more Arcane Odyssey, and I alt-tab for a second, and I realized that alt is actually how you shift lock. So I guess now's a good time to ask, is the story like important at all? Because I've been semi-focusing on it. Sometimes I've just been like clicking through the dialogue, but sometimes I do actually read what they have to say. But if it's not worth it to read what they say, then I just might not do that. I'm not saying that the story is bad or anything. I'm just saying, like, does it actually hold a significant piece of the content later on? Oh yeah, the combat has gotten a lot better ever since I've learned to shift lock. It still feels pretty unimpactful, but it's at least a lot more fluid now. I guess I'll explain what I mean by the combat not feeling impactful. It doesn't have good audio-visual feedback. Like when you hit enemies with your spells, Jesus Christ, that's bright. But when you hit your enemies with your spells, there's not like a hit marker or any hit sounds, nothing. The closest thing to visual feedback are the damage numbers, which are fine on their own, but like a hit sound or a hit marker would really, really help. Because I'm pretty sure if I use my melee attack, you can actually hear some sound effects. Yeah, there's like, you can hear bones breaking and stuff. Like there's impact. You can hear the impact of your attacks on an enemy, but here, there's actually no sound. It's just the sound of my abilities being casted and the bleeding effect. There's not one for like actually directly hitting an enemy, which in my opinion makes the combat feel that much emptier. I almost died there trying to give that demonstration. That's level 24. This recommended level to continue the story is level 40? Really? That's a pretty big gap from level 24. Actually, with how fast the leveling has been, level 40 doesn't really seem that far off. But still, that threw me for a loop. I did not expect to be level 40. I guess now I'll just go and do some side quests because I'm not really sure what else to do to get XP, so that's exactly what I did for the next couple of hours. I did some more side quests and went around exploring the map to find more locations with side quests. Oh my god! Why did that scare the shit out of me? Dude, I think I have a problem. Until I've realized that some side quests won't open up until you've hit a certain level threshold. So usually whenever that does happen, I go off and spam cargo stuff. I think I spend like 30 minutes just straight up delivering cargo from one island to another. And when I get bored of doing that, I go off and fish. Yeah, fishing. It's pretty exhilarating, you guys should try it. I'm not gonna say that reaching level 40 was pretty boring, but it was, yeah, it was pretty boring. Alright, as you can see, I'm now level 41. It surprisingly took a pretty long time to get to level 40. Am I stupid, or is there not an actual way to set your spawn point in other towns? Like, I've died here a bunch of times, but I couldn't set my spawn point at Frostmill Island, and the last time the game saved my respawn point was over here, so I had to travel all the way over there again for something, I don't remember what. Rent a skyship over by the docks. There's no way you can get skyships in this game. I'll give the game credit, this is actually really cool. I don't think I've seen a Roblox RPG that has this. Okay, so from what I've seen with how fast the magic storage is going down, which is its fuel basically, you probably can't stay in these ships for long, so there's probably not that much content to do in terms of like the skyship stuff, but hey, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass. Did our magic just like, we just collided? That was straight out of an anime, dude. Okay, so I've been running into a problem recently. Every time I engage a fight, I don't have the health to back it up. So either I'm taking a bunch of damage that I'm not supposed to be taking, like I'm just playing incorrectly, or I just don't have enough health to tank everything, and I guess I should just play better. Yeah, those are the two same. I forgot I could block. Maybe that'll help out with my survivability. I don't like how block is G though. Is there, what the, am I stupid, or is there just not a way to change keybinds in this game? Because having G as your block button is kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna look this shit up, I can't find it. Many people have complained about the way the controls are laid out in Arcane Odyssey, so here's a guide of how to fix the problematic controls using Lohawke. Is this a third-party source? Yeah, okay, well, that's kind of bad. So I guess you can't change keybinds in this game, which is, interesting. A game with this many buttons for your attacks and not having a way to change any of them is really an interesting design choice, but I'm sure it's there for a reason. You know, speaking of keybinds, this game lacks a lot of quality of life things in it. For example, whenever you walk and have the inventory out, you just do this, which makes me want to vomit every time I do it. Also, whenever like you're selling stuff to a vendor, for some reason it takes like 85 years for the game to register the fact that you have sold something. I'm starting to believe that that's probably just a me thing and my connection is probably just bad, but it's been happening to every single server that I've been in, so I don't know if that's a game issue, but it could also just be a connection issue. I'm not entirely too sure, but it feels awful. But just to be clear, me saying all this does not make the game bad. By any means, this game is not bad at all. Oh yeah, here's another thing. I'm pretty sure I ever talked about this, but I can't open my character info while I'm just sailing. I can open up my inventory. I can open up the ship stuff. I can open up the map. Can't open up my character info though to level up my skills, so why? Just so inconvenient. Stuff like that in the game, man. PvP unlocked. Now that you're level 50, you can attack other players and they can attack you. Be careful. So this might be a controversial take right here. Oh wait, hold on. I'm about to get a new spell, I mean. What's my spell? Metal Leap. It just looks like a fancier version of this. Anyways, as I was saying, this is where I get a little bit controversial with this take. I'm not a big fan of PvP when it comes to MMOs. Yep, you heard it here first, folks. I do not like PvP in my MMO RPGs. Typically in those kinds of games, I'm a big PvE enjoyer. PvP in MMOs is just not really my thing. I don't think it's ever been my thing. And by the looks of it, from this point on, the game's content, like involving players, is mainly gonna be PvP. Not really my thing personally, but that's cool, I guess. Jesus, dude. I can't see shit. He just healed himself. Are you serious? I'm doing like no damage to this guy, man. He just keeps healing himself. Why am I even still fighting this guy? I'm just wasting my time. Just kill me, you know what? Just kill me. Let's reset the fight. Bosses at this part of the game start to ramp up in difficulty. You may need to buy better items, level up more, or upgrade your gear in order to defeat them. Am I tripping balls, or did they never teach me how to upgrade my gear? Alright, so this is what my build looks like after upgrading. I could upgrade some more, but I don't know. I kind of want to save my coins for something. Let's set a time limit for this guy. If I can't beat him in the next 20 minutes, I'm just gonna go off and do side quests. Oh my god. It's so hard to see what's going on. The rain... He's low! He's still low! Oh my god. Alright, never mind. Oh my god. This is the hardest boss fight in Roblox history. How do you start off the fight by automatically healing like that? What a pussy. I hate how short my range is, dude. I picked the worst magic option ever. Of course I had to pick metal. Why couldn't I pick something cool like fire? Oh yeah, let me be a metal bender. I punch metal for fun, head ass. Yeah, okay. Is it normal to just not be able to see him at all during this fight? Or have I just like bugged it? There's actually no way. I refuse to believe that he's just this constantly all the time. I'm trying to like study his moves, but I just can't even see him. And I keep getting into these little holes in the ground. Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna server hop and see if he still stays in this stupid thunderous form. Alright, let's see what this guy looks like now. Okay, so I think I might have just bugged it. I can actually see him. I just bugged the fight last time. Hello? Game? Oh, brother, here we go. As soon as he enters this bullshit form, it's over. I just can't win. And I'm guessing now he's gonna be forever stuck like that. Oh, would you look at that? Wait, his health isn't regened yet. Wait, hold on. I can take advantage of this right now. Oh my god. He's so low. Oh my god, please don't regen your health. Please. Give me another chance. Oh, thank god. Die, please! Yes! Oh my god, you finally, dude. Jesus. I don't know how long that took, but to be honest, I cheesed the fuck out of that fight. Do I care? No. I couldn't care less. It was challenging though, I'll give you that. Find them yourselves. Now leave me to my injuries in peace. It's so funny that the game gave me this option as if I'm gonna click this. You deserve that and so much more. Wait, I did that with no pants this whole time? Well, it's not like that's gonna make much of a difference, but my Johnson was all over the place fighting that guy. Where are my manners at? So after playing Arcane Odyssey for 5 to 6 hours and reaching level 55, here are my thoughts on the game currently. And just as a reminder, this is a first impressions, not a review, because I know that I've pretty much only scratched the surface of this game, or at the very least I've understood its main mechanics and gameplay loop. I'll be talking about the things I liked versus the things I disliked while playing. So first off, this is one of the more unique and interesting worlds in a Roblox RPG. The fact that most of the world is made up of water opens up a lot of interesting gameplay mechanics and ideas that you don't see in other RPGs. There's a variety of magic types that can pretty much appeal to most, if not everyone. The abilities themselves are very nicely animated and look really cool. Speaking of abilities, they are fully customizable from the way you cast them to how big or small you want the casted spell to be. The music in this game is extremely good, even surpassing Roblox standards at times. This game actually has a story. Good or bad, I still commend the developer for making one, because most Roblox RPGs don't even try to make a story, let alone tell an entire campaign. This isn't a mindless mob grinding game. You actually need to be careful of how many enemies you pull and making sure you can dodge, block, or parry in time. And finally, the game is not pay to win in the slightest. And now for the things I didn't like about the game. The game is missing some essential quality of life features that I'm just gonna spill out all right now. The camera isn't stagnant while you're opening your inventory, you can't open your character profile while sailing, selling items takes too long, and no customizable keybinds. I'm sure there were some more that I missed, but those were the ones that stood stood out to me the most. While the combat looks cool, it doesn't feel that great to play. It lacks satisfying audio-visual feedback in the magic department, while melee combat isn't anything to write home about. The grind sometimes can feel mind-numbing, especially when the only repeatable action you could do is fishing or delivering cargo. The quests can feel a bit uninspiring, like taking a trip from one island to another just to talk to someone, or even talk to someone on the same island. And finally, the early game progression in my opinion is a bit of a slog to get through. Overall, Arcane Odyssey is one of the better RPGs on Roblox. Being completely transparent though, this game isn't for me, as the endgame just seems to be PvP and making builds for PvP, which is cool if you're into that sort of thing, but I'm not. If you can get through the boring first few levels, then this game is definitely worth trying. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, so thank you for watching.